Good morning, dear students. In continuation with the explanation of chapter Gauss theorem, today, last topic of this chapter, electric field due to a uniformly charged spherical shell. First point, when point P lies outside the spherical shell. When point P lies outside the spherical shell. Consider a thin spherical shell of radius capital R, center O. Let Q be the charge on the spherical shell. Let us find electric field at point P distant R from the center of the spherical shell. Draw the Gaussian surface through point P. It will be spherical shell of radius small r and center O. Let a small area element ds, small area element ds along point P, then small amount of electric flux d phi equals to E vector dot ds vector. ds vector is also along normal to the surface because at every point on the surface of shell the field has same magnitude and is along normal to the surface. So d phi equals to E dot ds. Therefore total electric flux through the Gaussian surface, so this will term integrate, so a small amount of electric flux change into total flux, so phi equals to surface integral, closed surface integral EDS. So E separating the term, phi surface integral ds, but surface integral, closed surface integral of ds equals to 4 pi r square because surface area of the spherical shell. So this term replaced by 4 pi r square. So phi equal to E into 4 pi r square. Say equation first. According to Gauss theorem, phi equal to Q upon epsilon naught. Say equation second. Now from first and second equation, E into 4 pi r square Q upon epsilon naught. So this can be written as E equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon r square. Here small r is greater than capital R. In case the charged spherical shell lies in a medium of dielectric constant K. So this formula change into E equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught K Q upon R square. K is the dielectric constant. It means to say in medium. Now in the form of sigma, or if neta is uniform surface charge density of the spherical shell, then as I earlier discussed, sigma or a neta surface charge density equals to Q upon A, charge per unit surface area. So cross multiply, so Q equal to sigma into A. So here put the value of surface area, Q equal to 4 pi r square sigma. Now this value put in equation third. Third equation means this one. This is the third equation. Put the value of Q. Now this can be written as E equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 4 pi r square sigma upon r square, 4 pi cancel, E equals to sigma upon epsilon naught r square upon small r square for small r is greater than capital R. Now second case, when point P lies on the surface of the spherical shell, on the means point P, this point P lies on the spherical shell, this one. So the Gaussian surface through point P will just enclose the charged spherical shell. So E into 4 pi r square, small r change into capital R, because point P lies on the surface of the spherical shell. So that's why small r change into capital R. So E equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square for small r equal to r. And in medium, dielectric constant, so E equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught k q upon r square. And also in the form of surface charge density, q equals to 4 pi capital R square into sigma q upon a. So again put the value of charge in previous equation. E equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 4 pi r square, this and this, r square cancel, 4 pi cancel. So E equals to sigma upon epsilon naught for small r equal to capital R. E is the electric field, sigma or in eta surface charge density, epsilon naught is the absolute permittivity of free space. Now second case, when point P lies inside the spherical shell. In such a case, the Gaussian surface through point P will not enclose any charge, and hence according to the Gauss theorem, E into 4 pi r square of q change into 0, because point P will not enclose any charge, or also point P lies inside the spherical shell. Clear? So 0. So this E equals to 0 for small r is less than capital R. So thus at a point inside the charged spherical shell, electric field is 0. Okay, thank you.